Hello, you guys. It's your girl Sunshine here with another one. I have missed you guys. Okay. This reading is for Capricorn for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This reading, if you want to know a little bit more about how I do my readings, just read the description below. I want to make this short and sweet and straight to the point. Now today, Spirit wanted me to read a quote. So the quote of the day is: accept what is happening in your life right now and put what has happened behind you. Let it all go and have faith that good things are coming your way. So this has a lot to do with, a lot of times we will get so focused on what is currently happening and not always seeing what the bigger picture is. Example, if you have to come home every day from work and study, you're so focusing on, oh my god, I just want to relax after work, I don't want to have to come home and study. Instead of looking at that, look at the bigger picture. At the end of this, you're going to have a certificate, you're going to have a master's degree, you're going to have whatever it is in whatever situation is. So what Spirit wants you to know is that you just need to focus on the bigger picture. Okay, so let's see what is going on. Okay, what messages does Spirit want to provide to our Capricorns out there? I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. Unbound, release soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Okay, so we're going to get a little more clarification on that card. So there's definitely something that makes you feel, I want to say, in a trapped energy currently. Now, I don't know if you believe in past lives or not, but if you reincarnated here, there could be things from your past life that has still held on, and there's contracts about it that need to be released. And if you don't believe in past lives, then it could be matters of certain things that you have told yourself over the years that you've set into stone, you've drawn the line on it. Example, when you were 5, someone, stole your lollipop or something, so you always said, I'm never going to share with someone ever again, or something like that. Like, just certain things that you would have set up over the years. Example, someone broke your heart and you're like, okay, I'm never going to be in a relationship ever again. Last time it didn't work out. It's like certain things that you set in stone, you need to break away from those patterns, release it all, release the energy that you're holding on to from the past, and create new things in your life. Because what happens is that was quick. What happens is we will set up things, okay, because the thing at the end of the day is you have a survival mode, right? And there's certain things that you will set up for you so you can make it through whatever it is that you're going through, right? And the thing about it is no one ever, okay, not no one, majority of the time we forget to go back and release it and let it go. Because if you've set something up when you were 10, it doesn't mean that it's going to be something that will serve you when you're 40, right? It's something that you need to release. It helped you through whatever time you were going through, and it's something that you no longer need to hold on to. Okay? Spirit just reminded me of a time where I did that. As my years growing up, I always wouldn't let myself cry. Anytime I'd be going through something that's a difficult time, I would tell myself, no, shine. You ain't got no time for crying. You get yourself up, um, and you handle whatever needs to be handled. And what happened was, um, as I got older, I realized that served me before, but it didn't serve me anymore, because what happened was, instead of me crying and releasing or going through the motion of whatever it was that was causing that reaction to me, I was pushing it off to the side and I was putting it in the corner, and I wasn't dealing with it. So every single couple of weeks, couple of months or something, it would resurface, it would come back up. So I never dealt with it. I kind of just pushed it off to the side. So there's definitely something that you need to go back and you need to evaluate. Now, it seems as if, so I cleared the cards, but it seems as if you're kind of going through the same situation that also Virgo is going through, your fellow Earth sign. And this was a lot about being grounded and, you know, being that, because a high priestess of Earth, she, no gender specific, but she is very grounded. She's stable. She knows, um, she has structure. She can manifest the materialistic things that she wants. Good health, good business, good. It's just all around is a very stable and dependable type of energy. And spirit is wanting you to say is asking you to tap into your earth energy more, and for you to be loyal to yourself, because here with the loyalty card, this is about someone that hasn't been loyal to themselves and needs to start being loyal. Okay, so this loyalty card being right beside the high priestess card, and also if you see here, you can see it's triple three, and it's also three. So that, sorry, double three, and then it's three. So that is actually adds up to triple three, right? And which is about equilibrium, and it's about, your mind, body, and spirit. You need to focus on all three aspects. Do not neglect one for the other, because what happens is, if you focus on one thing constantly, the other things will fall short. And you have to find a way to have balance. And the thing about balance in yourself and becoming into this more high priestess energy, it requires you to do this on a daily basis. You can't just, okay, well, yesterday I did something for mind, today I'm going to do for body. No, you have to find a way to do mind, body, and spirit all within one day and get into a routine and be more loyal to yourself. There's something here that you're not being honest about within yourself. And with the message card being right next to it, there's some sort of message that is going to come in toward you. I want to see what this message pertains to. Right. I don't know if that was caught on camera, but that was so quick. The card that came out is the individuality card. Okay, so this card talks about, you see how she has those tattoos on her face? Okay, so this card is about understanding that you are this unique being. If you have a scar, it's because you were meant to have that scar. That scar isn't a flaw. It is something beautiful and unique, and only you have it. It's the same thing with the gifts and the talents you've been blessed with. Only you have it. And what happens is, we always think, well, majority of society always thinks that, well, what makes me different than the other person, or they can do this better, or they can do, and at the end of the day, you can put yourself down and not see the true entity of who you are. At the end of the day, no one can be you, just like how no one can be me, right? There's always going to be things that only you can do, in a specific way. Just understand that you have the wisdom, that you have all the things that you need. Is you're just blocking yourself, and it's because of whatever these contracts, whatever these attachments that you had put on yourself, or got put by accident too, right? Because at the end of the day, also the environment that you grow up in can basically cause you to be a certain way, right? And it's not like it's intentional, it just happens. At the end of the day, I look at it as like when you're growing up, you're like clay, right? And anything that happens is making a dent here, it's making a slash there, it's moving this around. And then you become this basically like this form, right? And the thing about it is, whatever form you formed yourself into may not actually be necessarily you. It's just the things that you have gone through over the years, over the time, has made you be this type of structure. And this is about you going back and actually being honest with yourself. Is the things that I'm telling myself, the things that I'm doing, is it actually what I should be doing, or is it because my mom, my auntie, my cousin, my brother, my sister told me to do it? Now, with the last card here is the Warrior card. This is a card about remembering that you are a warrior, that you have the energy in you to do whatever you want. And this is also a card about spirit having your back. You know, that the universe and your spirit guides are protecting you. That you need to pay attention to the messages, to the signs and synchronicities that they're sending to you. Okay? There's a lot of things that you can learn. Sometimes someone will talk to you and there's a message within that sentence that they say, just randomly. They bring up something and it happens to answer a question that you have asked. A song, a show, you know, part of something that you read. You know, there's so many different ways that you can get these messages, and they want you to be focused, because when you are more grounded with yourself, you can hear the messages and the signs and synchronicities a lot better. Okay, the more you get grounded, the more that you get into your earth energy, you can definitely hear the answers a lot better. Now, I just saw 1212. If you're into numerology, I would suggest you researching that. The reason why I'm saying research that is because I feel as if everyone is going to research it in a different way, and they're all going to get different answers, and it's going to be an answer that's pertaining to you itself. So if you want, after this reading, just take the time to Google in 1212 and you can type in angel number and it will definitely come towards you. Now, you can also add to that at the end of it, love, money, you know, finances, career, whatever you feel drawn to type in, or drawn on which website to click on, you know, or how to find answers to that. Go all the means. Like, I mean, you can even go on Instagram these days and even find out numerology as well. So however you're guided, however you're led to find out the meaning, look into that. So this reading, just to sum up the reading, it really has a lot to do with you being loyal to yourself, being more grounded, being honest with yourself on what it is that you truly are, what you truly desire, and getting yourself unbounded from whatever these patterns, these contracts, these things that you've told yourself, getting unbounded from it and understanding that you are this warrior. Alright, Capricorn, any other messages? So you got do not forget, remember, and you also got the wishing. Okay, so to sum up the reading, basically, it's this way actually. The sum of the reading is, with the remember card in the middle of there, you see how it says do not forget. Now, the thing about this card is, you've been shown lessons, you've been shown things over the years, okay, on a constant basis. And what Spirit's trying to say is like, hey, don't forget the lessons you've already learned from a situation that is similar to the one you're going through. And if you do forget, I would just make sure that something else happens to remind you once again. So say example, I'm not saying this is per se relationship, but I'm just saying example of relationship. So example, you date a particular person and they always have this negative energy, or they always are emotionally unavailable. And it's just like every single time you keep finding someone that's unemotionally unavailable, unemotionally available. And you ask yourself, well, why do I keep getting the same type of person? It's because there's something that was shown to you that you did not learn. So spirit just keeps bringing them back and back and back until you learn the lesson. And when you remember the things that you've been taught, it makes it a lot more easier, because the next time it comes up, you're like, wait a second. I already went to this last time. I ain't got no time for that. Deuces. Right? So it's always about remembering. It's not, don't, so Spirit says, do not remember the pain of it. Remember the lesson. Because a lot of times the reason why we will push things off to the side in the corner, not focus on it, is because we don't want the pain anymore. And if you're still getting pain from something has happened, that means you haven't dealt with it, you haven't released it, and it's still holding you captive in a way. It's still, you see how there's these ropes or these chains that are just holding them back? That's how it is. That the things that you don't face and the things you don't work on, they hold you back. That's what they do, right? And once you understand that these things don't need to hold you back, they don't serve you any well-being, you'll be able to wish better. Okay? The things that you want to manifest into your life will definitely become easier, but you have to be on the same vibrational frequency of what it is that you desire. Say example it is that you desire love. Do you project love out there, or do you project anger? Do you project bitterness, resistance, like, love's not for me, da 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 da. If it's not has to do with love, wealth. You want wealth, but are you on the same frequency of wealth, of accepting it and being open to it? Or are you always saying, I'm broke, I'm this, I'm that, I live paycheck to paycheck, I never have money, my bills always take up more stuff? Or are you telling yourself, I welcome wealth to me, I am abundantly rich, I have so much wealth in my life in so many different aspects? Like, you can see the difference between the positive words versus the negative words. Now, one thing that would be really helpful for you is maybe affirmations. Whatever it is that this thing that you've been telling yourself, try to see if you can get affirmations to help redirect the thought patterns that you tell yourself in the situations. Okay, so I'm just going to read the quote one more time. And the quote is, accept what's happening in your life right now. Put what has happened behind you. Let it all go. And have faith that good things are coming your way. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed your reading. Remember to set every day with a positive intention. See through the eyes of love and by sharing your love and light. I wish you peace and love, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your phenomenal day. Do not worry about it. You guys have got this. Spirit has your back. You don't have to worry, okay? Bye.